Hey, welcome back to Math with Patrick and Quill. Today is December 29th, and we're solving problem 363 from the Daily Epsilon calendar. And the answer today should be 29 because that's today's date. So we have a lot of variables, and whenever there aren't instructions, the assumption is that x is going to be our answer. So x should be 29 for today. And we have this information here where some kind of irrational number squared is going to give us 11 plus 6 root 2. And this is actually a very familiar face. This is a friend from 2 days ago. I'll put a little screenshot from right here. We saw this irrational number show up 2 days ago, or maybe it was 3 days ago, recently at least. And this number is a perfect square, both because we saw it in the last video and because this problem is telling us that. We can square something and we get this number right here. Okay, maybe it's not a perfect square. I think that would actually only be like whole numbers, but we can square another irrational number and then get 11 plus 6 root 2. Once we know what this irrational number is, we'll cube it and get another simplified form of that number, and this x should be 29 for today. So the idea behind knowing that this is a square is to split up the 11 into 9 plus 2, and then we can keep the 6 root 3 the same in the middle. And here we almost secretly have a binomial squared format right here, where we have the square of the first plus the square of the second plus twice the product of both. Here, if b squared is going to be 2, that must mean that b itself is the square root of 2. And then if a squared is 9, that means that a is the square root of 9, or a is 3. And then fortunately, when we do twice the product of these two, we do get, oh, that's weird. We do get 6 times root 2 in the middle. I don't know why I wrote a 3 there. Okay, so this does show us what a and b are. A has to be 3, and then b has to be 1. It's this kind of invisible coefficient right here. No, never mind. I thought the b was here. I'm wrong twice today. B is going to be equal to 2. That's the radicand. That's the part underneath the square root sign. And b is 2. All right. So all we now need to do is cube this value instead of square this value, and then figure out what coefficient we need here for the x. So when we cube something, that's just multiplying something 3 times over. And so we could take it, square it first, multiply by itself 2 times over, and then get the third one in later. And the reason why I'm doing this is just because we already know what 3 plus root 2 squared is. It's just right here. So I can replace this part with 11 plus 6 root 2, keep this other 3 plus root 2, and now all I have is a binomial times a binomial. I can FOIL this or just expand it fully, and then see that x should be 27 today. So from first times the first, we get 33. Not really important because this is going to be part of our y value, but hey, why not? Let's do it all the way. This right here gives us plus 11 root 2. These two together give us plus 18 root 2. And then finally, last times the last, we get 6 times root 2 times root 2. And those two square root of 2's can combine to be just the number 2. And so overall, we get 6 times 2, which is 12. So we can combine our whole number parts. That's going to be 45. And then we can combine our like terms with both of these root 2 terms. And that is going to give us 29 root 2. So here is the 29 for our answer today. That is x, and we are done. So thanks for coming along. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.